That building in particular was an alcohol management program. We had 92 clients. I started to say this a minute ago, between that case manager friend of mine and myself to deal with. 8 floors in a tall building with 92 clients to try to keep up with all their needs. And that's a little much.
Do you think that the majority of people that you've worked alongside of or for are equipped or have the experience necessary
many of them have never been exposed to that at all.
Staff, they can't handle, like, a lot of times people like us, it's like mental or like physical. They don't know what to do, that they can't handle people like that.
Do you think that the staff are equipped? Do you think?
Hell no.
Do you think that they're familiar with the population?
Hell no. Not even close. Not even close.
How do you feel about 92 addicts and some with mental illness being shoved into a building?
It's like a ticking time bomb.
Is it?
Which it is.
What are some of the most intimidating calls that you're familiar with?
Probably the most scary ones are when someone appears under the influence of something that's thrown them into a deep psychosis or some kind of mental state where they're not reachable and they're almost out of control. It's extremely dangerous for the staff, and we're not trained to deal with that. And this doesn't just happen with people in the buildings, it happens around the buildings, on the streets, and it floods into the buildings. And so watching people that are suffering from extreme substance use, which may or may not be complicated by mental health concerns, or existing ones they already have, that's very dangerous, and it's very scary to watch that. And every time I'm a part of something like that, I walk away with scars, and I have to manage that, and there's no support for me on that.
How long do you see yourself staying in this line of work?
For me to be able to survive all that secondhand trauma, I honestly don't know. I've gotten to a point with a year and change there that it's exhausting to me, and it's almost, I'm starting to see myself not being able to be involved with it unless I'm involved with something that's solution-oriented, that's actually helping to influence people's lives positively, not just letting them flounder.
What about client on staff assaults?
Nothing was done. That pissed me.
Did that happen quite a bit? Did you feel like staff weren't supported in their positions when something like that would happen? I read about an incident that happened here last year. Are you familiar with it, where there was some sort of hostage situation?
Yeah. That's the dude that lived like down the end of the hall here on my floor, yeah.
Yeah, who was taken hostage? Was it staff or was it residents?
From what I heard, 2 staff members. They came in here at least 30 deep, guns blazing out, SWAT, fucking snipers, the whole thing.
We have a friend, a recovering friend that works at the Inner Bay. She didn't tell me this, but I learned she and another person were held hostage in an individual's unit last year.
Oh yeah, this is not unusual. I'm not even surprised.